EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Los Angeles Rams.
You got a mic?
And off we go from SoFi Stadium.
You got a mic?
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Stafford. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the first down. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Cameron Hayward picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, someone came to play today.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. We heard about it all week, didn't we? Especially when we visited practice. He thought he had a good matchup in front of him, and he's taking full advantage right now.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Well, tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Give me a kiss next time.
Picked off at the 24. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down. They'll run for it with Akers. And some space here. There he goes left side. Touchdown, LA. Cam Akers, 66 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
And he is into the end zone again, so get him some oxygen. He scores on the long run and then punches in the 2-point conversion for good measure. Returning from his end zone is Ray McCloud. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. There are times on carries like that where he looks a little bit older than his rookie status.
How many times have we talked when we've gone out to dinner about how precocious these youngsters are that come into the NFL now? They play at a higher level at a younger age. The stars aren't quite in their eyes as much as it used to be, huh?
That catch good for only a couple. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free. Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
2nd and 7. Going to run the sweep here. This is Kupp. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Now left side on the swing pass. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stafford going to give this to Akers. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or two short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for this with Akers. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps him pick up the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
They'll run here with Akers.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown.
Cam Akers
with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack. And you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line. And he's able to take it into the end zone.
So 2 successful two-point tries now for them.
And you know what it does? It gives you a boost, a huge one for your team because, hey, you're dominating them now. They can't stop you either scoring touchdowns or two-point conversions. But how about the defense? You don't know what to do at this stage. You can't stop them in any direction.
Now a hit and a loose football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Throwing is Stafford.
He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
And down inside the 15 he goes.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Cam Akers
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Rams add on to their lead.
It's a run with Akers.
And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the two-point conversion. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And the Rams got it. They bring him down.
I just want to let you know that you are complete garbage.
As they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So the sack and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Trying to lay one up deep.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 45. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through. And that will push this lead up to 20 now.
So not the greatest of first halves for him, but a little ray of light here at the end. The late turnover becomes 3 points before the break.
Well, they certainly needed something positive to go their way. Maybe 3 points doesn't seem like a huge deal in the grand scheme of things, but at least it's something to build on as they head into the half.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And they'll take over with just 16 ticks remaining before intermission.
Meanwhile, Ben's throw complete there to Smith-Schuster. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That is caught by Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Here's McLeod from his end zone. Well, now how about this return? And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
We all know the teams never want to use the word panic, but if they expect to win this game, it has to start right here, right now. That return just set them up for points, and it needs to be a touchdown, not a field goal.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Escaping the pressure right. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Roethlisberger going to get that to Ebron.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Harris.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Najee Harris taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Steelers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. They'll give it to the fullback up the middle. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Then he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
On the give, this is Akers.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee.
Touchdown, LA! Tyler Higbee, 47 yards.
And the Rams are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away.
Here's McLeod from his end zone. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball.
And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
2nd down, they'll go with Akers again.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. Gay's kick is good. And that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 32. And he's got some space here. He had his eyes on the end.
Come on. Come on, don't quit. Yeah, you bum.